get us started now. The kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway on a Monday night. On the return, Corey Ballantyne. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
This is Saquon Barkley, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Tackle made by Joe.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Operating from the gun, Jones. It's complete to Golden Tate. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game. And he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Giants.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
37-yard line.
From the gun, Jones to Barkley on the check down. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
To Saquon Barkley.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people just like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Jones now on 1st down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Connor on 1st down, working his way forward for about 4 yards. 2nd down coming up.
He was brought down at the 20.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger. Screen pass to Connor. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. On 4th down, here comes a Steeler punter, Jordan Berry, to kick it away. Jabril Peppers is deep for the Giants. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
at their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
To throw again, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. From the gun, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Graham Gano on for the extra point.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Second and 8.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Giants 7, Steelers nothing.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking deep here for Ebron. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's 3rd down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got his man. This is Tate. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Jones throw on target to Shepard. The 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 42 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Giants add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Giants 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. He's going to launch it for Washington. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 34. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Completes it to Watt. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
First down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
And the Steeler first down.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Right back to Connor here on 1st. Blake Martinez, 2nd in the league in tackles last year, gets another there.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. Past the 20. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown.
Touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Julian Love picks it.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now on 2nd and 16. Jones, he completes it to Tate. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Being chased out left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. From the gun, Jones. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete. Minka Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Third quarter starts with a run from Connor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Julian Love. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Vince Williams on the...
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. From the gun, Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Giants 28.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
2 yards on the pickup.
Again, it's Connor.
At the 38.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
All right, now, 130. 154. So don't say nothing. Check three. 50.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. Now they go screen. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah.
Now a hit and a loose football. Corey Coleman. He's at the 50. The 30, 10, touchdown, Giants. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
The extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Pittsburgh.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
He's out of bounds.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Jones now operating from the gun. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And this offense is running away with this one. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Giants 42.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
1st and 10. At their own.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a 1st.
All right, now, flag 20. Check 55, goodbye. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Hey, check right, check right. Watch it, you're not blocking back.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
You got nothing in there. You got nothing.
Roethlisberger will throw. Looking deep here for Ebron. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Yeah, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards and a giant first down. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
Back at the 44-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones, he dumps it off to Barkley. It'll be a gain of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
He can run for it, and he will. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And Ingram hauls it in. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts, and in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game.